So finding ourselves on our mat for our practice today, grabbing whatever props you need. If you use blocks, a pillow, a strap, whatever you use to help with your practice, to help you. You can use as many things as you use. If you need to be in a chair today, if you need to be have a ton of pillows or blankets, an eye pillow for when we go to final relaxation, or whatever you use for that. So grabbing those things. Let's go ahead and if you are already in simple cross leg, go ahead and switch that leg that's in front. So now you have the odd leg in front. And if you are not already in simple cross leg, then go ahead and get in simple cross leg, but put the leg that you would normally have in front, go ahead and put that in front. So we can begin by just maybe rocking it a little bit from side to side and a little bit from front to back. And you can kind of move between that, or if you just like to go front and back, or if you just like to go side to side, but just rocking that, kind of beginning to ground yourself. You're grounding your glutes into the floor, grounding those feet into the floor. And it's always, for me at least, I always feel it's harder to have that awkward leg in front or the other leg in front. So it makes it a little more challenging. So we are rocking it front to back, side to side, and we're going to begin to turn this into some torso circles. So circling the torso and making those circles as big as you would like. And you can make those as slow as you would like to, because I find that if I can go bigger, if I go slower. And maybe you can get a little bit more stretch throughout that low back, throughout those abdominals, throughout those hip flexors. Just rotating that in a nice big circle right there. Good, let's change the rotation. So let's rotate the other way. And again, try and take that as big as you would like. Trying to equal out on both sides. That feels very good. Good, especially in back. Sometimes I feel these in my hip flexors, but today I'm feeling them a lot in my back. So that's good too. And in my glutes. Yeah, all right, let's bring this to neutral. Bring this to center. Sit ourselves up tall. And let's roll our shoulders back. So we'll start warming up from the top down. We actually started from the core out. So, but we'll do top down now. We're going to go the head and the neck and the shoulders. So let's go and roll those shoulders back. Rolling that. And let's roll that forward. Rolling your shoulders forward. Good, and rolling that back. And rolling that forward. Let's shrug the shoulders up to the ears. And then release that down. Good, shrug that up again. And release that down. And shrug that up again. And release that down. Drop our chin to chest. As you do that, you can have your arms resting on your legs, or you can have them beside you. Whatever feels best for your neck, whatever helps get a better release for your neck. But our chin is going to our chest. And then let's go ahead and lift our head to center. Our eyes go to the sky. Good, chin to chest. And eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. Bring that head back to center, back to neutral. Let's look over to the right. So our chin going over towards our right shoulder. Let's keep both of our shoulders back. It's really easy to kind of make those shoulders go forward when we move our neck. Try and keep your spine lifted tall and your shoulders back. And then let's look to the other side. So looking to the left, again, spine nice and tall, shoulders back. Really good posture here. And if you have back issues or if you're getting over an injury, something like that, and you need to be doing this up against a wall, feel free to do that. Like I said, this is your practice and you're doing it in your home. So use as many props as you need to, as much support as is needed to help you feel successful in your practice today. Good, bring our head back to center. Let's drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. Wow, such a good stretch for the neck. And maybe you're releasing that left arm like I am. I kind of like to let it go and then just let that kind of dangle there. This is a really good one in the chair too, because then gravity really does pull down that arm. Bring that head back to center, drop that left ear towards the left shoulder. Maybe releasing that right arm. Good. And lift that head back to center, drop our chin to chest. Let's do some neck circles here, half neck circles. So let's take that right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. And we'll just take this from side to side. And we are doing this the front half circle. So we're not circling that neck back, we're circling it in the front, from side to side. That helps to protect the neck. Good, just taking that from side to side. That feels good too. Very nice. Let's drop that chin back to chest. Lift our head up center. Roll our shoulders back. Now let's add in a sun breath here. So let's inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's do a little bit of a twist. Inhale, center. And exhale, a little bit of a twist to the other side. Inhale, center. And exhale, twist. Inhale, center. And exhale, twist. Let's do that one more time each side. Inhale, sweep. And exhale, twist. Inhale, sweep. And exhale, twist. Not only is that good for that mid and low spine, but we're getting that neck again too. Good, bring that back to center. Inhale and sweep. Let's exhale, drop our right hand down. Reach over with that left arm, keeping our left glute, our left hip, our left leg planted, rooted firmly into the floor. So we get a good, nice side stretch here and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, lift this up. And exhale, dropping that other hand down. So left hand drops down. Let's reach over. Reach over with that right arm. Let's keep our right glute, right leg down into the floor. Ooh-wee. And breathe. Remember, big deep inhale through the nose, big deep exhale through the mouth. If that's available to you, sometimes if you've got some congestion, it might not be working for you. Breathing however it works for you. Today, every day is different. Good, inhale and lift this up. Let's do that again. Drop that over to the right and reach. Good, you're exhaling while you're reaching. Inhale up. And exhale, reach to the other side. Inhale and lift. As we exhale, let's go ahead and clasp our hands behind us. So you're either clasping, or if you don't have the shoulder flexibility or mobility, feel free to use a strap or a towel, a gym towel or a washcloth or a belt. You can use that behind you if you can't clasp your hands or if you can't reach for your wrists. So we just want to open up that chest, opening up those shoulder muscles, shoulder joints. Good. Let's go ahead and look to the right, look to the left. Back to center, drop our chin to chest, and eyes to sky. And head back to neutral. Good. Release those arms, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. We're gonna clasp our hands behind us again. So let's inhale and sweep this up. And exhale, clasp that back again, or use the belt or the strap, whatever you used before. Opening that chest, or maybe from that first opening, you can grab your hands now or your wrists if you weren't able to before, but maybe just that first opening helps to use a little bit more flexibility in the chest and the shoulders. Good, let's go ahead and look to the left and look to the right. And back to center. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, why are my hips so tight today? It's because I'm not sitting on my pillow. I realize that. I'm like, oh, it's over there. This is probably good practice. Go ahead and release those arms. Inhale and sweep this up. Clasp our hands at the top. Exhale and press our palms towards the ceiling. Let's lengthen up through those arms. Lengthening up through that torso. Feel that in the spine, in the lats. Let's do a few side breaths here to activate that nervous system, or to tell that nervous system that we are doing our yoga practice today. Let's inhale it deeply here. And exhale, big sigh out. Good, inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. And inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. Wonderful. Good, bring our arms out in front of us. Rotate our wrists. Rotate the other way. Good, and release that. Roll those shoulders back and roll that forward. Very nice. Let's go ahead and lean ourselves back. If you are sitting on something, then go ahead and take that, move that away. And we're going to go ahead and lean ourselves back and begin to warm up our middle body, lower body. So we've got our feet as wide as our hips, or maybe you want to go wider, it's up to you. And let's go ahead and drop. Oh, I'm very tight. My hip flexors today. Drop that from side to side. It's almost like they don't want to move at all. Oh yeah, just dropping that from side to side, side. You would think, I don't know, I think about, like, I am not nearly as stiff in the winter as I am in the summer. You'd think the warmer weather would warm up those joints, but apparently, probably because I'm doing new things too. Let's go ahead and keep that right leg in front. Sitting ourselves up tall, lengthening up through that torso, and let's go ahead and twist it. And then again, everybody's practice is different. Everybody's body is different. My version of stiffness may not be stiff at all. It may not be to somebody else's. So listening to your own body, that's one of the greatest things about yoga, is that it is your personal practice. And you do want to learn how to read your body so that you're like, oh, yes, I can feel the difference. Let's do that big twist. Ooh, to the right. Oh, that feels very good. And you can move those hands behind you to leverage that twist, just like we do when we hold onto the chair. You can do that onto the floor, and you can leverage that twist as deep as feels good for you here. Let's add in that breath to even add more opening to that. Let's inhale it deeply here. And exhale, smooth that out. Inhale it deeply here. And exhale it out. Let's do one more big deep breath here. Inhale it deep. And big exhale. And bring it back to center. Let's go quick for 4. So let's take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and center. Good. Let's go ahead and lean this back again. And windshield wipers with those legs. Let's take this from side to side. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. Just dropping that from side to side. Very nice. Now let's go ahead and keep our left leg in front. Left leg in front. Sit ourselves up tall, lengthen up through that torso, and a nice twist to the right. Oh yeah. We got to spend a little extra time on our twist to the left when we did it on the other side, so we'll spend a breath or two extra here too. Woo. Very nice. All right, let's bring this back to center and big twist to the left. Big twist to the left, and just like on that other side, if you want to use those hands to use the floor as leverage to twist deeply into this, then feel free to do that. I'm so sad. I killed one of my plants. I overwatered it. So it's out there. I need to get rid of it. And we're hitting this back to, oh, actually, let's breathe it here. Keep it in that twist and let's do big deep breaths. So I was just taken aback by my dead plant out there. Let's inhale it deeply here. And exhale it out. And big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Oh, that breathing, that makes such a difference when adding it to that stretching. Let's do one more breath. Inhale it here. And big deep exhale. All right, bring this back to center. Let's go quick for 4. Take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and back to center. Good. Very nice. Let's take our legs out in front of us and we're going to go into bent legs, long bent legs. So our legs are bent, but they're long. Let's lengthen right up through here and hinge this forward. So we're going to stretch through our arms, stretch through our spine here. Inhale and lift this up and exhale and hinge. Inhale and lift and exhale, hinge. Inhale and lift and exhale, hinge. Inhale and lift and exhale, hinge. Good. Bring our arms back behind us. Fingers are facing towards our feet, towards our toes. Let's go ahead and bend our knees even more, flatten our feet onto the floor. Let's go into a reverse tabletop right here. So pressing our hands into the floor, let's lift our pelvis up off the floor. I think this is one of my favorites because it's such a good stretch for those shoulders, biceps. When do we ever stretch our biceps? Right here. This is such a good bicep stretch and it's good strengthening. Good tricep strengthening too. Strengthening for those wrists, strengthening for those ankles, for those feet. We've got our pelvis lifted so our core is engaged here. Our glutes are engaged. I like this reverse tabletop for a lot of different reasons. And it can be very simple or it can be very challenging. So we're just holding this. Our neck is nice and neutral. Let's inhale it deeply here. And exhale it out. And inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Good. Let's go ahead and drop that pelvis down. Now you have the opportunity to do that reverse tabletop again, or you can go a little bit more challenging and go into reverse plank. That's where we're going to go next. And shake out those wrists. My hands were going to fall asleep. And I'm going to go into reverse plank, but you can do reverse tabletop. So it's whatever is working best for you. Let's go ahead and lift that pelvis back up, lifting up through that core. Strong arms, strong legs, strong torso, and breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Drop that down, simple cross leg and hinge it forward. So we get a nice little opposing stretch here for that low back. And then we're going to go into our staff pose. Very good. So let's lengthen through our legs. Sit ourselves up right center on our glutes, feet are flexed, nice long legs, strong legs, reach up through our arms. So we find our staff pose here. 3 breaths in this staff pose. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Release those arms down. Let's bring our right leg in. Give our right leg a nice big hug. Hug that in. Keep that left foot active and flexed. So keeping our foot flexed, keeping our leg nice and active. Let's take our right leg over our left. Let's go ahead and wrap that left arm around our right leg. And now we get more of a stretch laterally and more of a stretch into that hip joint and that IT band, the side of that thigh. We've got a nice twist here. Oh, this is so good. And breathe into this. Inhale it deep. And exhale it out. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good, let's twist it towards the inside or towards the left. Very nice. And breathe it here. Big deep breath. And let's go ahead and bring this back to center. Let's stretch that hamstring and that calf. So let's take the bottom of our right foot to the inside of our left thigh. Our peace fingers can reach for that big toe or hand to shin or hands to thigh, whichever works best for you, but we're reaching for that toe. Or shin or thigh, but we're stretching the leg. We've got the hamstring stretch, the calf stretch. Good. And let's go ahead and lift that back up, bring that back to center, and find ourselves once again in staff pose, in our strong staff pose. Reach up through our arms, lengthening through our legs. Let's inhale it deeply here. And exhale it out. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. And big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good, release that down. And now our left leg. Let's pull our left leg in. Give that a big hug. Hug that in. Good, keep that right foot flexed and active. Then let's go ahead and take our left over our right. Wrap this arm around and let's go ahead and twist that to the left. This one almost can take your breath away if you're tight. I'm tight in my back rib cage too, so this is a very good one. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good. Inhale it again. And exhale it out. Very nice. Let's twist it to the right. Twisting it to the other side and breathe. Big deep breath. Good, let's get that hamstring and calf on the other leg. So let's take the bottom of our left foot to the inside of that right thigh. Peace fingers, either for that big toe, shin, or quad, but trying to do the same stretch that you did on the other side on this side. My body doesn't want to do that today. This side is tighter than the other side, but I want to make sure that's one of the biggest reasons why I need to do the same thing. Is so that I don't get that imbalance. I don't want to be imbalanced in my stretching or my strength, because then that can lead to injury. We don't want injury. We want to be bilaterally strong. That means same amount of strength on both sides of the body, same amount of flexibility, same amount of balance on both sides. Good. Let's go ahead and bring those feet together, and you can hold those ankles, and we'll just butterfly right here. Oh yeah. Stretching out that the inner thighs. Very good. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and take ourselves down for a little bit of bridge work, a little bit more stretching in the spine and more strengthening in the spine. So grab your block between those knees, so that we keep those inner thighs engaged the whole time, giving our inner thighs a job to do while we are doing this bridge work. So our feet are lined up with our knees are lined up with our hips. Hands are right by our side, elbows pressed into the floor. Let's go ahead and lift that pelvis up off the floor, lifting that up. And then let's go ahead and lower this down. So just finding your bearings here, doing this a few times, lifting and lowering with that pelvis. As you are doing that, I want you to imagine that you can see each vertebrae in your spine. And as you are lowering, you are allowing each vertebrae to touch the floor. So as you're lifting from that low back. So you're lifting from that tailbone on up. And then as we lower, we're going to lower from the shoulder blades on down, and each vertebrae, one vertebrae at a time. We're kind of pressing that, lowering that, rounding that into the mat. So let's inhale and lift this up. And exhale, lower this down. Inhale and lifting up. And exhale, lowering it down. Inhale and lift up. And exhale, lower down. And one more time. Inhale and lift this up. And exhale, lower this down. Good. Release that block off to the side. Reach behind that right thigh, pull that in. Good. Take our right ankle to our left thigh. Go ahead and press that inner right thigh away. And then release that. Let's reach behind our left leg, left hamstring. Pull that into the chest. Take our left ankle to our right thigh. Press that inner thigh away. And release that. Very nice. Let's drop our knees over to one side, take ourselves onto our side, press ourselves up, and we're going to take ourselves onto all fours. And you can place your blocks. Actually, we're going to use them a little bit before we go into our sun salutation. So place them within arm's distance so you can reach them. We've got ourselves onto all fours. Shoulders are over our wrists and hips are over our knees. We're in a quadruped position. Let's go into some cat and cow. Drop our belly to the floor, eyes to the sky. And round our spine, chin to chest, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, 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 exhale. Good. Bringing our back nice and flat. Let's go into our first balance pose. So let's go ahead and lift our right leg up. So lengthen up through that right leg. And let's lengthen through our left arm. So we've got our balance pose right here. Lengthening through that to our bird dog. Let's go ahead and take our elbow to our knee. Let's go for 6 times here. Bring this in for 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. Here's 4 and extend. Here's 3 and extend. It's 2 and extend. And last 1 and extend. Hold that extension. Good. Very nice and strong. Release the arm. Release the leg. Let's take it to the other side. So let's go ahead and lift our left leg up, reaching out through that right arm. Nice bird dog balance pose here. And let's go for 6 elbow to knee on this side. Take it in for 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. Here's 4 and extend. It's 3 and extend. It's 2 and extend. And last 1 and extend. Good. Let's go and release the arm, release the leg. take ourselves back into a nice child's pose. And your child's pose, your knees can be together or they can be apart. Kind of, I think I'm going to take my apart, have my big toes together, knees apart. Oh yeah. If you need extra hip flexor stretch, that's great. That is great for that. So we're lengthening through those arms. We are stretching through those legs, through the front of those feet, the ankles. That feels so good too. Looking at our hands, let's walk our hands over to the right. Take that left hand right on top of that right hand, and our left glute is going to that left heel. Stretching through the left side of the body. We're getting our lats. Again, a little bit more of, we're getting the shoulder, some tricep here. Ooh, but mostly our lats. Let's go ahead and walk this over to the left. Take our right hand right on top of that left hand, and let's try and get that right glute to that right heel. Oh yeah, stretch through that. Breathe. And bring that back to center. Very nice. Very nice in that child's pose. Again, you can take that all the way down in this nice child's pose. Remembering that your child's pose is one of your poses that if you ever need to take a break, you can always take a break into child's pose and then rejoin the practice when you are ready. When you're ready to come back. So child's pose and downward facing dog. Those are our home-based poses. Those are the poses that you can take a minute to relax, to rejuvenate, to refresh, and then move back into where we were at. So from here, let's bring ourselves up and let's go ahead and go into our, let's see, half moon, modified half moon. I was like, what gate? Because I was thinking gate pose. We do a gate pose here, and then we go into that half moon. So let's take our right leg. Let's go with our right leg off to the side. Let's take our right leg off to the side first today. So right leg is off to the side. I've got my toes facing front. If it feels better for you to have a neutral ankle and have your foot off to the side, then feel free to do that. You just want it to be nice and stable. So let's go ahead and reach up through this. This is our gate pose right here. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and take our left hand, drop this down. And we're going to go right into, this is kind of a side plank. And then we move it into a modified half moon. So that means that we've got to lift that leg up and begin to work on balance here. So maybe that's not you yet. Maybe you are down here, and that is perfectly 100% great because it is your practice listening to your body. But whatever you do on this side, you want to make sure you do the same thing on the other side. So we're lengthening in this modified half moon. Or if you've got your leg down, then you're in a modified side plank. Good. If you do have your leg up, let's go ahead and release that down. Bring ourselves back to center, and then let's reach ourselves over. Oh yeah. Reach that over to the side, to the right. Very good. And then release that. Let's take it to the other side. So now we take our left leg out. And same thing with that ankle. You can have it front or neutral, but you want to kind of do the same that you did on this side, on the other side, unless you have an injury, like you have an ankle reconstruction or something where it's not letting you. So that's fine too. You may not have that mobility. That's okay. So we've got our leg off to the side. Let's go into that gate pose here, reaching up through those arms, through that torso. Oh, that feels very good. Let's take that right hand, drop this down. And you're right into that modified side plank. And then if you'd like, then you begin to move it into working on that balance in that modified half moon pose. And breathe. Breathe it here. Breathing and holding that balance. And then go ahead and release that down. Bring this back to center. Reach up through that. And then reach this over. and release. Very nice. All right, place your blocks. I thought we were gonna use our blocks for our half moon, but we didn't. Place your blocks where do you want them for our sun salutations. We're gonna go into our sun salutations, but first we're gonna go into our downward facing dog. So let's curl our toes under, keep our knees bent, lift our tails to the sky. So tails are lifted, head is lowered. Oh, lengthen through those arms, through those shoulders, through those armpits, that chest. Very good. And begin right here to pedal our heels towards the floor, pedaling those feet, waking up those calves even more, waking up those ankles, the Achilles, the heels, just waking all of that up. Good. Dropping those heels down towards the floor, finding some stillness here. In the stillness, maybe go ahead and nod that head, yes, and shake that head. Or again, nod that head, yes, or shake that head more. Good, let's lift up on our toes, heels high, and let's drop both of those heels over to one side. And then lift that back up and drop heels over to the other side. And then lift that back up. Good. And let's go ahead and walk our feet to meet our hands into a nice standing forward fold at the front of our mat. Good. So we've got this nice standing forward fold. We've got our blocks. You don't have to use your blocks quite yet. Very good. Lengthening through our arms. We've got this nice forward fold. We're in that ragdoll. I was trying to think. It's like, what is that ragdoll? Oh, allowing those arms and head to dangle, so you're dangling like a ragdoll. Very good. And you can take those hands right there to those blocks. Let's go ahead and inhale. Flatten through our spine, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up nice and big. Exhale around to chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep it up. Exhale and around to chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Right foot's going to stay forward. Left foot's going to go back into a lunge. Left hand on the block or on the floor. And let's go spinal twist over to the right. Good. A nice long lunge here with this good spinal twist. And let's bring this to center. Take that foot back to make the other foot into a top of plank. Strong top of plank here. Let's go ahead and shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog, and breathe. Good, remembering, just like I said with our child's pose, our downward facing dog is our other home base. You ever need to take a break? This is where you catch your breath, where you bring yourself back to the moment. You're like, oh yeah, I'm here, I'm doing this. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Inhale, flatten back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Left foot stays forward, right foot goes back into lunge. Right hand on block or floor. Spinal twist, over to the left. So long left lunge, nice spinal twist here. Breathe. And bring this to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Shift our weight, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, the heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. And let's walk those feet to meet those hands. Standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Let's do these sun salutations again, one more on each side. Let's inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Good. Let's keep that left. Yeah. Right foot forward, left foot back. Left hand on block or the floor. And let the spinal twist it over. Good, good. And then release that. Take that foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Shift that forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Don't worry, we're going to do pigeon today after we get done with our sun salutations. So that'll be really good hip stretch, leg stretch. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward, fold front of our mat. Inhale, flatten that back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Good. Now we keep our left foot forward. Right foot goes back. Right or left hand lifts. Right hand is on the block or the floor. Left hand lifts for that long lunge here with that spinal twist and breathe. Bring it to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Shift our weight, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Maybe nod that head yes, or shake that head no. Good. Let's go ahead and take that back into top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog again. Good. Keep this right here and breathe. From here, we're going to center our weight and go into a single leg down dog. So 3-leg down dog. Let's lift that right leg up, bend at that right knee and drop that right heel over towards that left glute. Not forgetting to breathe. Let's bring that knee back to center and sweep this leg through into that pigeon. Oh my goodness, I need support today. So if you need support too, feel free to use support underneath that glute or that hip. Woo! And we are on our hands or our elbows, or you're all the way down and breathe into this stretch. Goodness. Just breathing. Very good. Let's press ourselves up, and we're going to press ourselves all the way up, all the way back up into that downward facing dog. So nice down dog again, that double leg down dog or your regular down dog. And we're going to move into single leg on the other side. So let's center our weight again. Now let's lift our left leg, bend at our left knee and drop our left heel over towards our glute so that we're opening up that hip. And then let's bring that knee back to center and sweep this through to the other side. Other side, other side, other side. Hip and glute. And we're either on those hands, elbow moves. We're all the way down, trying to do the same thing on this side that we did on the other side. You want to try and get to that same flexibility level. And breathe. So we are breathing it here. Deeply inhaling, deeply exhaling. And let's go ahead and press ourselves up and bring ourselves all the way up into that downward facing dog once again. Lift it up all the way up. Good downward facing dog. Very nice. And let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold. Very good. Let's inhale and sweep this up. Good. Exhale it around into a chair again. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Both feet back into a top of plank. Top of plank once again. Let's go ahead and shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Oh yeah, nice little baby cobra here. And let's take it from this baby cobra into that Sphinx pose. So right to those elbows, but that low back, we're still getting that spinal stretch here. That nice spinal stretch. You can lengthen it even more, feel it even better if you are lifting your eyes towards the ceiling. That's good. Very nice. And keep breathing it here. Good. Let's do some strengthening for our backs. Very important. Let's take those arms out, legs out. Let's go ahead and lengthen through and lift our left arm and our right leg. So we'll go ahead and lift this up. And a nice strengthening pose right here. When you've got both of those arms up, it's called Superman. But actually, I've heard people, they started calling it superhuman. And I was like, why is it called? Oh, because it was Superman, but it's superhuman. So it's for women too. They sat down. So we're gonna do some superhumans. All right, let's take that other arm up. So right arm lifts, left leg lifts. And superhumans. And breathe. Good. And then release that down. Very nice. Let's take our hands right by our chest. Press ourselves back into a child's pose once again. Oh yeah. All the way back there. Glutes going back towards those heels if that's available. Sometimes they don't go back there, and that's okay. Glutes won't go back towards the heels. That's okay. Especially if you've got a lot of tightness. And especially if your ankles are tight. The front of the ankles, ooh, yeah, that can be very, very difficult to get your glutes all the way back when those front ankles are tight. Let's go ahead and take our hands right by our knees, press ourselves up. We're going to take ourselves onto our backs. Grab what you need for final relaxation. And that's where we're going to go. I'm going to grab an eye pillow. Let's take ourselves all the way down onto our backs. And let's go ahead and bend at our knees. Let's drop both of our knees over to our right side. Take our arms into a T and look to the left. And enjoy right here. You're welcome. Yes, this is a really good stretch. And breathe. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Bring that back to center. Drop those knees over to the other side and looking to the right now. So knees are going to the left, neck is going to the right. maybe, I don't know, my neck is not, it's kind of going ceiling, kind of to the right. It's not as mobile on this side as on the other side. So again, listening to your body, recognizing that, hey, you may be having some mobility challenges, some flexibility challenges, and that's okay. The recognition is part of the battle. It's part of recognizing, oh, okay, yeah, I get that. And then knowing why too. It's because I've been, like I said, on Tuesday's yoga, I'm doing some different strength exercises. So of course it's gonna cause me some different mobility issues. Maybe the same for you. Maybe you've been driving extra or having to be on your computer extra, having to do, or gardening extra, or any sorts of things, which can cause different feelings in the body, different flexibility, mobility changes. Good, let's bring that back to center. Oh, that's good. Let's lengthen through our legs towards one end of the room, reach through our arms towards the other. I'm using my eye pillow, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that eye pillow over my eyes and just enjoy the darkness and the heaviness of that eye pillow. I'm gonna reach through my arms towards one end of the room, reach through my feet towards the other, adding a few inches to my height here. Really, really thinking about that nice long body. I'm beginning to slow down my breath, slow down our breathing. Make that breathing deeper, bigger, especially that exhale. Let's do a big deep inhale here. And a big exhale out. Relaxing those feet, the arms, letting those arms just fall open. Feet just fall open. Relax and release that entire body. Just allow yourself to sink and settle in. And let's go ahead and bend those knees. Tuck that tailbone under, lower back pressed into the floor. Good. And let's drop both of our knees over to our most comfortable side, taking ourselves onto our side for a few breaths here. And then from here, let's slowly begin to bring ourselves up into a seated position that feels strong and supportive for you. So that may be in simple cross leg, it may be kneeling, it may be sitting in your chair, sitting in a couch, sitting up against a wall, whatever feels supportive for you. But we're lengthening up through our spine, very strong here, lengthening through our head. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our palms together and exhale, eyes following our fingers. Take our chin to chest. Ooh, yeah, so good for the neck. Lift that head back to center. Take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Big, deep inhale. And exhale that out. And big cleansing inhale. And big exhale. And thank you for joining me for the practice today. Have a blessed rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.